everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing another speed build. This one is a special one because it's a collaboration with Max from Maksplayground. Now we decided we were going to collaborate, and at the same time that we decided about the collaboration, my good friend Chrissie York had come out with a build challenge. So I had a look at the build challenge. There was two different versions, and I said to we decided that we were going to do the second object swap challenge. So I'm going to insert quickly a little clip of the challenge rules, and I will also insert it at the end of the video as well. So if you would like to take part yourself, then feel free to, obviously use that as a reference. But I will put in all the details to Chrissie's links below, and obviously I'm going to put in all the details for Maksplayground as well. You'll find links to her channel and all her social medias in the description box below. So just going over the challenge firstly, it's called the Object Swap Challenge. Now we opted for version 2, and the rules for the builder, which is what you'll see in this video, is I can build any kind of lot with a layout, windows and doors. I can then add wallpaper to just one wall in every room and one to the wall outside. I can add a fence to the outside, and I can do the landscaping, but I can't add any outdoor furniture. So when we swap, and Maksplayground's version, the rules for the decorator were she's not allowed to change any of the layout, windows, doors or pre-placed wallpapers. She's not allowed to change the colours or placements of the pre-placed wallpapers or fence, but she can change any of the colours of the windows and doors, just not the style or the placement. She can decide what she wants to do with the floor plan, i.e. what she wants the rooms to be. But the furniture, flooring and other wallpapers are her choice. So obviously as the builder, what I'm doing here is just creating a build and just doing landscaping, and it was actually quite fun. To be fair, I actually felt really bad in the end, because when I got to the end of the build, if you can see the way that I'm building this, it really is all over the place. I kind of didn't really know where I was going with it. I felt like I started off quite confident, and then there was just so much swapping and changing. And by the time I got to the end of messing around and I actually sat back and looked at the build, I was like, damn, that is actually a huge build. And I just felt really bad, because it's almost like I built this massive house and she had loads of work to do. It was easy, like I can't even remember how many potential bedrooms are in it, and who knows, they might not even be bedrooms. She might do something completely different with them, so I can't even speculate on how many bedrooms this is going to be, but I would say around 4 to 5, something like that. So I then felt really bad, and I kind of messaged her and was like, listen, there is no rush. There is no rush with this collaboration, because it's a little bit big. So yeah, but the actual sort of architecture of this build, there was no particular style. It was just a general suburban build. It was built on this 40 by 30 lot in Windenburg, and I like this lot. The only thing I don't like about this lot is the tree across the road. Man, Sims team, please sort this out. I don't know what it is about objects on the outer skirts of a build that just like to disrupt your gallery screenshots and your building, but it drives me nuts, because I absolutely love this plot, and the actual scenery around it is beautiful as well, especially when the sun rises and stuff. You see, when you're a builder and you're kind of like, doing all your screenshots and your videoing and all that kind of stuff, like you really pick up on that kind of stuff more than ever, and this plot is beautiful for that. But anyway, yes, I was like, no, I'm going to build it here because I love this lot. So I did. So I went ahead and did all of the floor plans and went in and just lit the rooms with some generic sort of lighting, just so I could see what I was doing. And, added in all the doors, as you can see I'm doing now. And then I went ahead and added one wallpaper to each one of the rooms. Now, I could have been really cruel. I could have made this like a proper joke on her, because you know, I could have been really mean with the colour choices that I picked for the walls, but I thought, no, don't be mean. This is a massive build. I felt really bad already. So I did use some quite generic wallpapers. But to be fair, it wasn't kind of cheating, because if I was actually going to build this build, they're probably the similar wallpapers to what I would have used if I was actually going to go ahead and furnish this place. So I'm really, really excited to see what she's done with the build, because at this point I have absolutely no idea, and I don't think I'm going to find out until tomorrow. So I can't wait to see what this looks like. And again, I do feel really, really bad because it's such a big build. So I'm very, very thankful for all the time she's spent on this collaboration. So let me tell you about Max from Maksplayground. She is also a fellow simmer and has her own YouTube channel, and she's been YouTubing for some time now. She does Sims 4 speed builds. She's currently doing a dorm room build series as well, which is pretty cool. But I will get onto that in a second. She does townie makeovers. There's also Sims 3 content on her channel as well, and she has been doing some streaming, but unfortunately, because she's over in Canada and I'm here in the UK, trying to catch her is like rare as a rocking horse poop. It's like so hard to capture. I think I stayed up one night because she'd posted up that she was going to do some streaming, and I was like, yes, got into bed because it was like really late, and I was like waiting, and then I just fell asleep, and I woke up and I was like, are you kidding me? Really? I've missed her. I was gutted. So she does do some streaming as well, which is really cool, and I hope to catch some of her streams. Luckily, because it's through YouTube, I can actually go back and watch the streams, which is really cool. But I hope to catch her live as well, because she is such a good laugh. like, you know, obviously I've never met her in real life, but when I listen to the stories that she tells, it feels like you're listening to an old friend. And sometimes she gets on a soapbox about stuff and it just absolutely cracks me up. I think there's just this one video that I watched a while ago, which I can't even remember which one it is now, but she was like going on about this story about how she'd been locked out of her apartment, and when she'd finally got in later on, she was like really pissed off at her other half. And when she was telling the story, I was just honestly laughing my head off. And so yeah, I really, really enjoy her commentary. I mean, mine's really boring, you know. I just talk the same stuff, I think, and most of the time I moan. You know, I'm like this moaning kind of person over in the corner. But no, I really, really love listening to her commentary. It's brilliant. So yeah, she's doing a dorm room build series at the moment. She's put a few of those up recently, and they're really cool as well. I like the way she sort of pays attention to detail, and really I do love that in a builder, because being a builder myself, it's quite frustrating at times, and it's not in like I don't know how to say it, it's not in like a big-headed way that there's a certain way you should build or anything like that. It's just sometimes you know, there's particular things you like about some builds. I suppose it's like everybody. Everyone's got their favourites. Some people love everything that Hatsy does. Some people love everything that, I don't know, the Sim Supply does. Everybody has their favourites for their own reasons. But what I particularly look for in a builder is someone who pays attention to detail. So I really love watching these builds, because I'm someone that does pay attention to detail. You know, a lot of people say, how do you get your builds so detailed? But when it comes to things like filling up work surfaces, for instance, in a kitchen, or filling up like side tables, bathrooms, bedrooms, that kind of real finicky detail, I tend to not do it. Mainly because it just takes me ages, because I do these big builds, and obviously furnishing them isn't the best thing that I love. I do enjoy doing it, but it's not my strongest point, let's put it that way. But yeah, whenever I watch somebody who is a bit more detailed, and you know, I always think, yeah, respect to you, because that takes time and patience, two things that I just don't have. But yeah, so as I say before at the beginning, I'm going to include all of her social medias, obviously a link to her YouTube channel, and I definitely would recommend you going and checking out what she does with this interior, because I am so excited to see this. I absolutely love, you know, sort of build challenges and stuff like that. I think they're a fantastic way for people to learn to build and to practice building as well. And they're also heaps of fun. You know, it's always nice to work with somebody else who maybe thinks about things that you don't think about, or places things in a different way, uses different styles, colours, etc. No two builds are ever the same, and no two builders are ever the same either, which makes it all the more fun. So I'm just on the landscaping at the moment. To be honest, there wasn't a great deal of room at the front and back. I think I moaned about this in my last video, just about the 40 by 30 lots, how I like the wider ones to do suburban builds. But this one, you know, you end up not being left with a great deal of room at the front or back, and I think that was the case here. But I did manage to sort of stick a pool in there, and there's obviously, I couldn't put any furniture, which I was like, no. But I wasn't really sure whether to place lights or not, and what I could place on the actual house, but I thought I'll leave it as it is. It looked quite full enough anyway. I did obviously went a little bit apeshit on all the plants and stuff. So I thought it looked okay, you know, to leave it as was, and we'd see. Obviously, once there's colour on the exterior of the build as well, that will complete it straight away, and the roof and etc. But I can't wait to see what she does. I'm super excited. So be sure to go and check out obviously her channel, and to see the other half and see how this one turned out, and give her a follow as well. She's honestly, just make yourself a cup of tea, juice, whatever floats your boat, and just sit down and just listen to a commentary, because I swear to God, I don't even know how this girl can talk that much. You know, like, I really need some tips. I have to write myself like a little list sometimes of, right, Kim, when you run out of stuff to moan about, make a list about more stuff you can moan about. So I really need some tips, because I just don't really have any decent stories. Like, everyone else seems to be like really good storytellers, especially Hatsie. I mean, she's flipping awesome at stories. You could just, honestly, her stories just crack you up. But yeah, be sure to go and check her out. And again, with Chrissie's challenge, be sure to check that out as well. It's a good fun challenge, especially if you know other Sims as well and you just want to test it out, or you want to do a collaboration as well. Be sure to give it a go, because I think it makes quite an interesting challenge really to see. And you could also be mean, like I said at the beginning. You could add a load of wallpapers in and make it really tough for the decorator on the inside. But anyway, I really hope you like this challenge and this build. If you've got this far, please give me a big thumbs up, and be sure to check out Chrissie and Max from Maksplayground, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye.